Here at the Investing in African Mining Indaba, many stories, inspiring stories, are being told about resilience and actually working together to find solutions. The story of the DRC, where a number of young professionals constantly leave the country. It's not a unique story, but it's a story that Africa has seen, where many young people leave the continent and never go back. Well, Shanti is one of the CEOs in the mining sector who was born in the DRC and actually was raised from the age of 9 here in South Africa until she decided to go back to the DRC to empower its people and to make sure that she grows her mining business. She joins me now about what it has taken to go back to the DRC and mine there. Shanti, thank you so much for your time. What did it take for you to decide to go back to your home country, after so many years, to get into this industry that has not been so welcoming to women?
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It took faith in my country's potential. I believe that my country had all the resources, has all the resources to help me build a career and a successful one. So I decided 13 years ago, after obviously growing up in South Africa, that it was time to go back and participate in the development of my country as a business leader. I started off as a corporate woman and later launched my own company. So it took a lot of faith, resilience, and courage to go back home. But one thing that inspires me and continues to inspire me this day is the potential that my country has for the development not only of its communities and its people, but also of the world.
There's a lot being said about the DRC. We know it's being considered the richest nation when it comes to natural and mineral resources. All of the resources that are needed in today's technologies are found in the DRC. The negativity around it has been around what's happening in Goma and the conflict there. Let's talk about people or women, your countrywomen, who want to get into the sector and what they have to know, because the narrative is all negative when it comes to the DRC, when it actually have so much potential.
My country, the narrative of my country must change. Its narrative must be told otherwise. The DRC, just to in reference to what is happening in Goma, in the east of the DRC, I'm both aware of the complicities of conflict and inspired by the resilience of our people. This has been going on for 30 years. The DRC faces challenges, huge challenges caused by a long history of the world's interest in our vast mineral resources. However, I believe that through cooperation and investment in sustainable development in the region, privileging its people first and its community, the world can also participate in the wealth we create for the world. The narrative of the women of my country is not only of victims, it's also of women who wake up in the morning. If you were to visit the DRC, Kinshasa in particular, around 4 a.m. in the morning, you'll see these women who wake up and they're entrepreneurs. They're up at 4 o'clock in the morning, they're out to do businesses. We are in the formal sector, but there's so many women in my country that are also courageous and resilient and are taking up space in business, just like we are. The narrative must change regardless of what is going on in DRC, which is caused by the world's interest in our vast mineral resources. We are a country that can actually participate, we are a country that is at the center of the future because we have so many resources, and we are saying to the world, we are okay, we can share this with you, but our people must come first.
How do you think the gatherings such as the Mining Indaba can help areas and countries that are so important like the DRC when it comes to making sure that there is interventions and they realize their full potential. Is a gathering like the Mining Indaba helping to change that narrative?
Yes, absolutely. We were talking about future-proofing the mining, the African mining here at the Mining Indaba 2025. I've heard conversation about inclusion. What I can say is inclusion. You know, the mining companies, the mining sector has a potential, obviously, to develop the world. I mean, even already start with the DRC, develop the DRC because it is, you know, the DRC's mineral, and the DRC must be its first beneficiary, but also to develop the world. Let's talk about inclusion. How can the mining companies in our country make sure that its communities are being uplifted? The businesses that we are being empowered, you know, to build businesses that will long outlive the life of a mine. That's how Indaba can help and is helping, because it's saying, let's talk about the future and how can we, you know, future-proof our minings. I mean, not only in the DRC, but in Africa as a whole, because I have a Pan-African outlook on our continent. It's to say, let's include everybody. It's no longer just the problem of you know, the mining companies, the problem of the government, but it's also bringing in the communities into this and saying, let's together build around this sector that has the potential of changing and transforming lives.
Shanti, thank you very much. Shanti Chila is the CEO of EG Mining, someone with an inspiring story of how 13 years ago she returned to her native country of the DRC to make sure that she is part of building and she's part of making sure the local economy there grows when those local jobs are created. An inspiring story indeed here at the Mining Indaba in Cape Town. For Newzroom Afrika on channel 405, I am Xolani Mbanjwa.